Have you ever tried to learn a new language? Not just dabbling, but really becoming fluent. I remember when I decided I was going to learn Japanese. I was so fired up. I bought all the books, downloaded the apps, and I had this grand vision of myself walking through the streets of Tokyo, chatting effortlessly with locals. My desired reality was crystal clear. So, what did I do? On day one, I skipped hello and goodbye and tried to jump straight into understanding complex grammar and kanji characters. I spent hours staring at symbols that felt completely alien, trying to force my brain to absorb a lifetime of culture in an afternoon. By the end of the day, I didn't feel inspired. I felt defeated. I felt ridiculous. My brain literally ached with resistance. And the next day, the thought of opening those books filled me with a quiet dread. I had tried to lift a weight that was so far beyond my capacity that I didn't just fail the lift. I injured my own motivation. Does this story sound familiar? Maybe not with learning a language, but with what you're trying to create in your own life. You've been told that you are a powerful creator, that you can bend reality to your will. You've heard that you're limitless. And while all of that is fundamentally true, nobody ever gave you the instruction manual. So you do what I did. You jump straight to the final chapter. You're at ground zero, but you're trying to manifest a reality that exists on the 100th floor. And every time you try, you feel that same resistance, that same ache of defeat, that same feeling of silliness. You're performing the techniques, you're saying the words, but a part of you is whispering, "Who are you kidding?" That whisper, that feeling of inauthenticity, is the sound of your desire crashing back down to earth. The problem isn't your desire. The problem isn't that you're not powerful. The problem is that you have no muscle. You have no manifestation muscle. It's a term you've probably never heard before because we're so obsessed with the destination. We completely ignore the journey required to build the strength to get there. You can't just decide to have a world-class physique and then walk into the gym and squat 500 pounds. You get crushed. Manifestation works the exact same way. In this video, I'm going to show you why you've been getting crushed under the weight of your own desires. And more importantly, I'm going to give you the exact training plan to build the spiritual muscle necessary to lift your dreams out of the invisible and into your hands. This is the key to making manifestation feel less like a struggle and more like your natural-born superpower. So let's first diagnose the problem with total clarity. We need to talk about what I call energetic dissonance. Everything in our universe is frequency. Your current reality, your bank account, your relationships, your health, is vibrating at a specific, established frequency. It's the radio station your life is currently tuned to. Your desired reality, let's say a life of complete financial freedom, is also a frequency, but it's a completely different radio station broadcasting from miles away. When you're standing in your reality of lack and you try to affirm, "I am abundantly wealthy," you are creating a violent clash of frequencies. It's like trying to play two completely different songs at full volume at the same time. The result is just noise. It's chaos. Your subconscious mind, which is the master broadcaster of your reality, detects this dissonance. It's been broadcasting the "I am struggling" channel your whole life. That signal is strong, practiced, and deeply ingrained. Your new affirmation is a weak, fleeting signal, and your subconscious mind, in its role as a protector, rejects the new signal because it doesn't match the established core programming. The feeling you get, that sense of silliness or feeling like an imposter, is the physical feedback of that rejection. It's your internal system telling you, "Warning, a logical and energetic inconsistency has been detected." And what do? You feel bad for feeling silly, which just adds more power and emotion to your current frequency of lack. It's a vicious cycle. You're literally using your attempts at manifestation to more deeply anchor yourself in the very reality you're trying to escape. You are trying to fight your subconscious mind, but let me be clear. In a head-to-head fight between your conscious desire and your subconscious programming, the subconscious will win every single time. It's the 99% of the iceberg you can't see. So if fighting it doesn't work, what do? We work with it. We train it, just like a muscle. And the golden rule in any kind of strength training is progressive overload. You don't walk into a gym and try to lift your 1 rep max right away. That's how you get injured. You start with a weight you can handle comfortably. You do your reps, you build confidence, you prove to your body that it is capable. Then and only then do you add a little more weight. Incrementally, your body adapts. It grows stronger. You build a new baseline of what is possible. Manifestation must follow this exact principle. We have to stop trying to leap from 10 pounds to 500 pounds. We have to start with a weight that our subconscious mind looks at and says, "Yeah, I can do that." Here's a process I want you to go through right now. Get brutally honest with yourself. Let's use money because it's easy to quantify, but this applies to anything. Let's say your big goal is to earn $100,000 a month, but right now you're at 3,000. Take a deep breath, quiet your mind, and ask yourself, do I, on a deep gut level, believe I can make $100,000 next month? If there is even a hint of hesitation, a flutter of doubt, a tightness in your chest, the answer is no. Your subconscious isn't buying it, so we bring it down. Okay, can I genuinely see myself making 50,000 next month? Maybe still a little shaky. How about 20,000? Getting warmer. How about 10,000? Okay, maybe there's a flicker of possibility there. We keep going down until we hit a number where the answer is an immediate, relaxed, almost dismissive, yes, of course. It might be 5,000, it might be 4,000. Find the number where there is zero internal resistance. The number that feels not just possible, but easy asterisk. That right there is your starting weight. That is the target you aim for. Not the $100,000 dream. The target is the next believable step. Because by hitting that target, you do something far more important than just making a little more money. You prove to yourself that you can do it. You build evidence. And evidence is the raw material of unshakable belief. Before we can even start lifting these weights, however, there's a prerequisite. We have to build the core foundation upon which all strength rests. And that foundation is one simple, overlooked word: self-trust. Think about it. Confidence is the magic elixir of manifestation, right? The feeling of knowing it will happen is what sends out the powerful, clear frequency that draws it to you. But where does confidence come from? It comes from trust. You have confidence that a chair will hold you because you trust its integrity based on past evidence. In the same way, confidence in your ability to create your reality comes directly from your trust in yourself. But here's the harsh truth. Most of us have a disastrously low level of self-trust. How many times have you told yourself you're going to wake up early and then hit the snooze button? How many times have you sworn you'll start eating healthy tomorrow, only to find yourself ordering takeout? How many times have you promised yourself you'll finish that project and then let it collect dust? Every single time you break a promise to yourself, you are making a withdrawal from your self-trust account. You are subconsciously teaching yourself that your word is meaningless, your intentions are flimsy, that you cannot be relied upon. And if you, on a fundamental level, don't believe you can be relied upon to do the small things, how in the world are you supposed to believe you can co-create with the entire universe to bring forth a massive, life-altering reality? You can't. You are trying to build a skyscraper on a foundation of quicksand. So how do we rebuild this? It's simple, but it is not easy. You start keeping your word to yourself. This becomes your new spiritual practice. Self-mastery becomes the training ground for reality mastery. When you say you are going to the gym, you go. Even if it's raining, even if you're tired. The workout itself is secondary. The primary goal is honoring the agreement you made with yourself. That action sends a powerful message to your subconscious. I am in charge. My will directs my body. I am someone who follows through. Each time you do this, you make a deposit into your self-trust account, meditating for 5 minutes, drinking a glass of water first thing in the morning, making your bed. It doesn't matter how small the promise is. What matters is that you keep it. You are rebuilding your integrity, brick by brick. You are cultivating discipline. And this discipline, this growing reservoir of self-trust, is what will give you the underlying power and stability to handle the bigger weights when it comes to manifestation. You will start to believe in your own power because you are witnessing it in real time, every single day, through your own actions. Now that we are building our foundation of self-trust, it's time to start our progressive overload training. And we do this through something fun, something powerful, that I call reality experiments. A reality experiment is the process of consciously and deliberately manifesting small, insignificant things for the sole purpose of proving to yourself that you can. It's about strengthening the connection, the invisible string between your mind and your reality. You've experienced this phenomenon your whole life unconsciously. You think of an old friend you haven't seen in years, and they text you that afternoon. You buy a new car, and suddenly you see that same model everywhere. This isn't just coincidence. This is your brain's reticular activating system, or RAS, at work. It's a network in your brain that acts as a filter for what you notice. When you place importance on something, your RAS gets the message and starts pointing it out to you in your environment. We are going to hijack this natural process and use it consciously to build our manifestation muscle. So here is your assignment. Starting today, I want you to pick something specific, slightly uncommon but not impossible to see. Don't pick a red car. That's too common. Pick a bright pink Jeep, or a feather on the sidewalk, or someone wearing a bright yellow raincoat when it isn't raining. Pick one thing. For the next 7 days, your mission is to manifest seeing this item. How? Spend 2 or 3 minutes each day visualizing it with clarity. See the pink Jeep in your mind's eye. Imagine its color, the shape of its headlights. Feel the feeling of playful surprise you'll have when you see it. Just hold that image and feeling for a few minutes, then completely let it go. Don't hunt for it. Don't desperately scan the streets. That's a frequency of lack. Your only job is to plant the seed in your morning visualization and then go about your day. What happens next is magic. Within a day, maybe a few, you'll be driving or walking, and there it is, the pink Jeep. In that moment, you will feel a jolt. It's a light bulb going off over your head. It's not just a happy coincidence. It's a moment of recognition. A little voice inside you will say, "Wait a minute, I did that." That single moment of recognition is more powerful than 1,000 affirmations that you don't believe. Why? Because it's tangible proof. It's a direct experience. It's one successful rep in your manifestation workout. The invisible string between your inner world and your outer world has just become visible to you. Once you see your pink Jeep, celebrate it. Acknowledge it. Then pick something else. Maybe a purple butterfly. Then a vintage motorcycle with a sidecar. Do this over and over. Run these little reality experiments constantly. What you are doing is accumulating evidence. You are building a portfolio of your own creative power. You're transitioning from someone who hopes manifestation is real to someone who knows it's real, because you are proving it to yourself time and time again on a small scale. Each successful experiment is another deposit in your confidence account. Your manifestation muscle is growing. That weak signal is becoming stronger, clearer, and more dominant. As your muscle grows, so can the weights you lift. You start with seeing a pink Jeep. Then you might try manifesting a free cup of coffee, then finding a $50 bill on the street, then receiving an unexpected compliment that makes your day. You keep progressively overloading. You are systematically training your subconscious mind to accept your creative authority. You're creating a new frame of reference, a new box of possibilities that is based on tangible, real-world success. That feeling of silliness begins to fade, replaced by a quiet, grounded confidence, an inner knowing. The etymological root of the word faith, the Latin word fides, doesn't mean wishful thinking. It means confidence, trust, and reliance. This process builds true faith, faith rooted in experience. So when it's time to go back to that bigger goal, the one that once felt so impossible, things have changed. You're not the same person who tried and failed before. You've been training. You've built self-trust through discipline. You've witnessed your own power through dozens of small, successful manifestations. Now, when you focus on making that $10,000 a month, the energetic dissonance is gone. There's no more internal argument. Your subconscious isn't fighting you anymore because you have systematically shown it, through small, repeatable steps, that what you focus on appears. You have laid a foundation of evidence that makes the next step not a terrifying leap of faith, but a logical progression. You lift that weight, and it feels natural. And once that becomes your new normal, you set your sights on the next increment and the next and the next. This is the path. Not a frantic, desperate jump, but a calm, confident, powerful climb. Stop trying to create a miracle. Instead, become a master of the incremental, and you will find that the miraculous simply becomes your everyday way of life.